Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Transfer Talk podcast. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by the one and only Samantha. If you're loving our deep dives into the wild world of football transfers, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. We've got a juicy one today, don't we, Sam?
Oh, absolutely, Alex. Hey, everyone, Samantha here. Today, we're diving into the latest transfer buzz around Nottingham Forest star midfielder Elliot Anderson. Manchester City and Chelsea are reportedly circling like sharks for this guy. Alex, what's your first thought when you hear about a £75 million bid for a player who just joined Forest for £35 million last summer?
Man, that's a wild jump in price, right? It just shows how quickly a player's value can skyrocket when they're performing like Anderson. The guy's been a passing machine, 564 passes attempted this season, more than anyone else in the Premier League. That's nuts. But I'm wondering, Sam, do you think Forest's rough start to the season is pushing this transfer talk? They're sitting 17th, sacked Nuno, and now Ange Postecoglou's struggling to get a win. Is Anderson's form the only bright spot?
Totally. Forest are in a rough patch. 5 points from 7 games is grim. And Postecoglou, 7 games, no wins. That's got to sting for the fans. But Anderson's out here shining, even with all that chaos. He's been pivotal for England's U21s, helped them win the Euros in Romania, and now he's starting for the senior team under Tuchel. I mean, the guy's 22 and already a mainstay for the Three Lions. That's huge. But here's my question, Alex. Is he worth £75 million to City or Chelsea? Or is this just another case of big clubs throwing cash at a shiny new toy?
Good question. I think City's interest makes sense when you look at their midfield. Rodri's been a rock, but there's chatter about his fitness long-term. Plus, they had a trophyless season despite splashing cash on Nico Gonzalez and Tijani Reinders. Anderson's mobility, his love for defending, and those line-breaking passes Tuchel raved about, that's City's kind of player. But $75 million? I don't know, Sam. That's steep for someone who's only been at Forest a year. What do you think? Can Forest hold on to him if they keep sliding?
Honestly, if Forest don't turn things around, I don't see how they keep him. Owner Evangelos Marinakis is already rumored to be thinking about another managerial change. That's not exactly a stable environment for a rising star like Anderson. And let's not forget, Chelsea are in the mix too. Maresca's got a stacked midfield with Caicedo, Fernandez, Santos, Asugo, and Lavia, but injuries to Lavia and Asugo are leaving them thin. Anderson could slot right into that 4-2-3-1 setup. But Alex, here's where I push back. Doesn't Chelsea's interest feel like they're just collecting midfielders at this point?
Yeah, it's like they're playing Pokemon with midfielders. Gotta catch them all. But seriously, you're right. Chelsea's midfield is stacked, but injuries are a problem, and Maresca's system demands a lot from those deeper roles. Anderson's physicality and passing could be a game changer for them. Still, I'm curious about Forest's perspective. They paid $35 million for him, and now they could double their money. If you're Marinakis, do you cash in or fight to keep your star man?
Tough call. If I'm Marinakis, I'm looking at the table and sweating. Forest are teetering above the relegation zone, and losing Anderson could tank morale even more. But $75 million? That's a lot of cash to reinvest, maybe stabilize the squad, or even the managerial situation. I'd love to hear from our listeners on this one. What do you think Forest should do? Sell Anderson and rebuild, or hold on to their star and hope Postecoglou turns it around? Drop your thoughts in the comments, guys.
Yeah, hit us up. And while you're at it, let us know if you're Team City or Team Chelsea for Anderson. Speaking of which, Sam, let's talk about his England performances. Switching from Scotland to England, starring in the U21's Euros, and now starting in wins over Wales and Latvia for the senior team, that's a meteoric rise. Tuchel called him a very, very good football player who loves defending and breaking lines. Does that make him a perfect fit for a Pep Guardiola system?
Oh, for sure. Pep loves players who can control the tempo and dominate duels, and Anderson's got bat in spades. Those 564 passes this season, that's not just volume, it's quality. He's breaking lines, setting up plays, and still getting stuck in defensively. I can totally see him thriving at City. But here's a story that stuck with me. I read that Anderson's work ethic comes from his days at Newcastle's academy, where he'd stay late practicing passes with his coaches. That kind of dedication at 22, it's no wonder Tuchel's singing his praises. What's a moment from Anderson's season that's caught your eye, Alex?
Man, there was this one game against Arsenal where he was everywhere, breaking up plays, spraying passes like prime Xavi, and even almost scoring. He's got this knack for staying calm under pressure, which is huge for a young player. But let's flip it. What's Chelsea's pitch to him? City's got Pep, the trophies, the system. What does Chelsea offer to win this race?
Chelsea's got that Maresca factor. He's building something exciting, and Anderson could be a cornerstone in that 4-2-3-1 setup. Plus, London's a draw, right? I'm half joking, but seriously, Chelsea can offer him regular minutes, especially with those injuries. City's midfield is stacked, so he might have to fight for his spot. I think it comes down to where he feels he'll grow more. All right, Alex, let's talk about the upcoming Forest vs. Chelsea match. Chelsea won 1-0 last season, but Postecoglou is desperate for a win. What's your prediction?
Oh, this one's spicy. Forest are at home, but Chelsea's got that attacking edge. I'm going 2-1 Chelsea, but Anderson's gonna be the one to watch. He might just run the show against his potential buyers. What's your call, Sam?
I'm leaning toward a draw, 1-1. Forest are scrappy at home, and Anderson's form could give them a boost. But Chelsea's got too much firepower to lose. All right, listeners, what's your score prediction for Forest vs. Chelsea? And who's getting Anderson? City, Chelsea, or someone else? Hit us up in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Transfer Talk podcast.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Sam, this was a fun one. Anderson's story's just getting started, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Same here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you next time on the Transfer Talk podcast.